he wasn't dissing Jim. This ain't no diss record. And if it was a diss record, why would he put it on my record? Because guess what? I f with Jim. He know I f with Jim. Jim is a Cuban Links king to me. He's a Cuban Links disciple. That's my Jim would jump out of Rover on me, see me somewhere in the city and come and say, yo, Chef, what's good? You all right? So I ain't getting in nobody beef if it was a beef.
Oh, man. So a major discussion about integrity has been ongoing in hip-hop for like the past year or so, and recently things have spiced up with Pusha T expressing his issues with Travis Scott. Now, when it was all explained, even a great deal of Travis Scott fans understood Pusha T's point, because as men, there's just some things that you try to avoid, alright? So that was about Trav always conveniently being on songs where his homies was getting dissed. And we'll come back to that, but today we got the chef Raekwon proving Pusha T's point, alright? Because Raekwon let it be known that he would never be used in the way that Travis Scott was used by another artist. Okay, so we covered Jim Jones' wild takes about Nas like a month or so ago, and that left many people on the edge of their seats wondering if he'll ever get a reply from Nas. Now, I didn't expect one, because if you understand Nas' lyrical prowess, then you understand his intelligence and know that he will be smart enough to not stoop down to Jim Jones' level. Like, we love Jimmy, but you ain't Nas, bro. So a beef between them two, for what? For why? We could do much better. We just came off Kendrick versus Drake. Why do we want to see Nas versus Jim Jones? That's just drama. It is what it is though. But people were still wondering, trying to find any type of sign that Nas was dissing Jim Jones. People even using Nas's casino deal announcement and saying that this was a diss towards Jim Jones, man. So you know that when it came to actual rap lyrics, new rap lyrics, that people was gonna be coming through that motherfucker trying to see what's happening. So that's exactly what happened. So Raekwon had Nas on his album, but there was a verse that leaked that didn't make the final cut when it came to that track right there. And many people thought that that verse obtained the official diss towards Jim Jones. As you can see, this post right here says new Nas verse possibly responding to Jim Jones' negative comments towards him on Raekwon's new album.
Got smoke for me, beef with yourself. Be cheap and too hard to notice every week. It be somebody else.
So lines like got smoke with me, beef with yourself, every week it be somebody else, like those things can't be interpreted like Jim Jones beefing with this nigga, but you're really talking to himself on social media.
As soon as my name's mentioned, lames are offended.
As soon as my name mentioned, lames are offended.
The shoe fits, this one is for you, bitch.
If the shoe fits, this one is for you, bitch. This verse hard, this nigga snapping. But that shit could have been correlated to a Jim Jones diss, because people was gonna easily point the fingers at him talking spicy like that.
Fabricated form of delusion. You're dusty, need to be bitch smacked. Face under stump, feet on concrete.
That nigga talking crazy. You're dusty, need to be bitch smacked, face under stump, feet on concrete.
Dudes is envious, they pretend to be us.
Dudes is envious, they pretend to be us.
Rich bums, broken soft, speak on me like I'm a bitch or something.
I ain't gonna lie, yeah. Easy to think that's a Jim Jones diss.
Dying species of real men, I feel that shit.
Dying species of real men, I feel that shit. That's how I wrap that thing up. But that verse is crazy. That verse is crazy as hell. Nas had the foresight, and the chef let it be known that Nas gave him a phone call and said, yo, I don't want this shit to even be misconstrued. Let me go ahead and fix this verse, alright? So chef speaking the situation right here.
Hey, now I see all this shit with Jim and all them, and you know, this little so-called Jim and Nas thing, right? But guess what, y'all? And this is word to everything I love. This is word, I don't gotta lie. This is word to everything. Nas did not write that verse for Jim. That was a straight shot Jim got hit with. And y'all made it seem like that was for Nas. That wasn't, that was for Jim. Nas wasn't dissing Jim. He wasn't dissing him. And the reason why he changed it, because he knew that at the end of the day, damn, chef, I gave you these verses months ago, and now all this shit is popping up, which at the end of the day, he not standing on it, because he's in another zone. He trying to get money. He doing this, he doing that. You know, Jim said what he said, and the fans responded, and that was that. Nas is all the way on the other side somewhere, not even paying attention to it that deep. He's not getting caught up in that. And now all of a sudden, when I'm getting ready to drop my album, Nas hits me and say, yo, chef, I'm going to do another verse, my nigga, because I don't know, for some reason, I think that this rhyme right here is going to make niggas feel like I'm dissing Jim, and I'm not. You know what I'm saying? This rhyme I made way before all this shit even came up. And this is real shit, y'all. I don't got to lie to y'all niggas.
Okay, so this is where Raekwon speaks on his integrity, alright? So he explains how he wouldn't allow for a dude to diss his homie while on the same track as him, man. Peep this real quick.
Man, I promise y'all niggas, he wasn't dissing Jim. This ain't no diss record. And if it was a diss record, why would he put it on my record? Because guess what? I f with Jim. He know I f with Jim. Jim is a Cuban Links king to me. He's a Cuban Links disciple. That's my nigga. Jim would jump out of Rover on me, see me somewhere in the city and come and say, yo, chef, what's good? You all right? So I ain't getting in nobody beef. If it was a beef, it's no beef. So y'all took whatever that rhyme was that leaked, because I guess it leaked from somewhere. It didn't leak from us. But yo, that wasn't for Jim. I'm telling y'all niggas that. So yo, spread the word, man. All that media niggas, all these podcast gangsters, all that, man. Tell them, say, yo, Chef told us the real. Chef told us the truth. That record wasn't for Nas. Nas was rhyming like that because the beat made him rhyme like that, nigga. If Nas want to go at Jim, why would he use my platform? Why you don't use your own platform, nigga? And I'm not even gonna let a nigga come up there and start splashing another nigga on my shit. Especially if I like that nigga. That's not fair. That's my nigga too. I don't want to be involved. But that was never the case. Nas don't got no smoke for Jim. Nas is getting money, man. That nigga's he running over here. Boom, pow, pow. That wasn't for Jim, y'all. I promise you. So I ain't gonna talk about it no more. You know what I mean? It ain't a stress level over here. It ain't a stress level for him or whatever. But I just felt that I needed to get involved because Nas said it to me too. He said, yo, I'ma change it. When he said, yo, I'ma change it, he said, yo, I'ma change it because I know niggas gonna think it's about Jim. So I went back and listened to it again because he did the rhyme 3 months ago, 3 or 4 months ago. I think all this shit came out with Jim, with Jimmy probably like 3 weeks ago. Nas Ben gave me that verse, and Nas is that type of nigga that, you know, he write multiple verses. So you know me, I'm like, let me go back and listen to it. And I'm like, yo, yeah, I could see the fans taking it this way. You know, I could see them really taking this way. And guess what? Niggas took it that way. Get back on the phone with Esco, yo, you see this shit? He like, see, I told you. You know what I mean? So just for the record, y'all, no. Word is bond. Wallahi. That wasn't what it was, y'all. He changed it out of respect because he just didn't want to be able to feel like at the day y'all would think that he's doing that. It's not the case. You heard?
Now that's the common courtesy that Pusha T was looking from in regards to the situation with Travis Scott. Because after Travis allowed Drake to diss Pharrell and Push on Meltdown, a week after Travis played them the song, Push couldn't help but be disgusted after realizing that Travis has a pattern of doing this, man. Peep this shit real quick.
He's shameless. It all came from actually being in Paris. He interrupts the session. The next day, the Meltdown verse or whatever comes on.
I melt down the chains that I bought from your boss.
You know,
Drake on Travis Scott talking about
melting
Pharrell's jewelry.
Yeah, and all of that. Yeah. That was a corny, like, you shouldn't have been here anyway. Him specifically too. He does it. You've seen him do it to everybody. You know what I'm saying? He'll do it with his mentor.
Right.
Ye. You know what I'm saying? He was even instrumental in the whole beef now. The Like That verse.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Egging that on. I don't want nobody who don't rap to egg nothing on. You don't rap. Stay out of rappers' business. You specifically stay out of rappers' business. Right. Don't do that.
So y'all know with the beef going on, Jack Boys 2 released around the same time as the Clipse album. So while sitting down with Bootleg Kev, Push was asked to see if they have any close friends, you know, when he spoke about that real quick.
In your head, because I think Jack Boys is coming out too.
Yeah.
The Travis thing.
Oh, I don't know. Is it?
Do you think that was on purpose?
Oh man, I think whatever it was, it's good because I think people need to be able to A and B the music. I think that's the biggest thing.
You guys have so many of the same friends though, man. You would think,
no,
right?
Don't.
No, he said, no, actually, he's like, go get it fucked up.
I know I don't have the same friends as them. No, I don't. I promise you I don't.
Well, you guys, CyHi's friends with Travis, you know.
CyHi's my guy.
All right, so y'all heard him speak about CyHi. I think CyHi one of the nastiest lyricists alive, man. Very, very underrated. But CyHi was placed in a similar situation. See, if you guys don't know, you should know. But he wrote the verse for Sicko Mode. And he's also well known for writing for Kanye West. So just imagine. He said he had no idea that Drake dissed Kanye on that shit until it was out. So that put him in a bad position. That man was like, damn, Trav, like, let's look at this clip right here when he sat down with Bootleg Kev as well.
Some people are like dream driven and some people are like integrity based. And I think those two things can clash sometimes. And what I mean is like early on in my career, I had a beat that No ID, Ye gave me that No ID did.
Okay.
So it was gonna be my first single, is Whoop-De-Doo with me and Big Sean. I had to just settle for it being a mixtape song because it really didn't even come out because Nas wanted the beat because No ID gave the beat to Nas. Trav would have went on and put that out.
Yeah.
Me, I'm integrity based. I'm like, okay, this No ID, I got this Nas. I don't want to mess Nas. Like,
I might want to do a record with Nas later.
You know what I'm saying? Versus, I should have put that out and reconciled with Nas later. You get what I'm saying? And to me, I think that's what the mindset Trav be in sometimes. It's like, I got this record. It might be dissing my partners or dissing people I love or, fuck with, but it's like, I'm not gonna turn down a Drake feature.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Versus like, to me, I'm gonna be like, hey Drake, how you doing, man? Love the verse, man. Appreciate it. It's just this one line. Can you like change that one for me? Just so I ain't in the middle of that, like on the lighter side.
Right.
Trav ain't do that.
Well, I wonder too, because you are also like in a similar, because you helped write on Sicko Mode, and a lot of people would say that Drake took some slight shots at Ye on Sicko Mode.
And that got me in the pickle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I didn't know Drake was gonna be on it.
Because that was the one that got, like, that record got finished really like close to the finish line of the album being turned in.
Yeah.
So you didn't even know, like, I'm writing on this record. There's these issues behind the scenes, and then the song comes out, and you're like, oh.
But at the same time, it's like Drake know whose album and whose song he can do that on.
Right.
I told y'all that before when we was covering the situation. They know who they could try like that.
I'm saying he know that if he feel like you ain't gonna do nothing, he gonna put it on your album. You know what I mean? But me, he can't do that on my album.
You can't do that on everybody's shit.
On everybody's shit, because everybody was like, hey man, Drake, I love you, bro. Verse was incredible, but you gotta change that one.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's how I would have took it.
Yeah. Was that something where you had to like tell Ye like, yo, hey, I didn't.
And that comes on the vice versa shit. Like when Drake was dissed on Like That, it's something there that Future was like that relationship with Drake. And we talked about the situation between him and Metro Boomin, with Drake and Metro Boomin, and Future picking Metro's side. So Future was cool with that bridge being burned for sure, because you allowed Drake to be dissed in that manner on that project. So another crazy little wrinkle is that J. Cole was essentially dissed too on that track because he was standing next to Drake. But on part 2 of We Don't Trust You, J. Cole was on the album, so it was kind of interesting, right? Really crazy optics. Still love J. Cole though. I don't give a damn about none of that shit. Crazy optics though.
Was that something where you had to like tell Ye like, yo, hey, I didn't know that this.
Yeah, I definitely did.
Yeah.
But I didn't even know he dissed him until I I actually knew where Drake stayed in the neighborhood, because I hadn't like been to his house and stuff like. Well, I had, but I didn't know that they stayed in the same neighborhood.
Right.
I was like a lower on the totem pole. I ain't asked those type of questions, but after I figured it out, I was like, dang, Trav, why you let him do us like that?
Dang, Trav, why you let him do us like that? That's crazy. Y'all want to see more from that conversation? Go ahead and check out Bootleg Kev over there on YouTube. Dope exchange between these two. But Travis just gotta understand, people are going to feel a way about that shit. Either you don't respect them or you don't respect yourself. One of the two, because he has to either be happy that these disses are happening on his songs to boost the sales and notoriety and shit, or he's just too scared to tell the artist like, hey, bro, don't diss my homies on my song to put me in a bad situation. You feel me? That all should be a simple decision, but hey, it's landed us here today. Now, Trav, collab, did try to throw a little diss back on Jack Boy's 2 project called Champagne and Vacate, where he said, man, I swear these old niggas killed me. And then he had another line talking about something made 100 off Pusha T's. Now my phone on D&D, you know. And he kept using the Pusha T, double entendre to throw his little shade or whatever, but that shit wasn't really hitting on nothing, man. He took the bait, but it was weak, so there's no point in responding if I'm pushed. Like, all right, what up? You know what it is. So it's cool. You got spanked a little bit. Sometimes you gotta get spanked for your actions. You got spanked, all right? So now, music-wise, Jack Boy 2, in my opinion, is cool. I love it in the gym, especially that Waka Flocka shit. Champagne and Vacate, that shit go hard as far as the beat in the gym. A couple other tracks, they smooth. I like the Vibes Cartel song, so I don't hate the man. I don't hate the man, but it is necessary to call out bullshit whenever we see it. That's how you make the world a better place, okay? Okay? But hey, though, dog, y'all let me know what y'all got to say in the comment section below. I'm going to get up out of here, though. This is another update with Stace. Yo.